Oob! What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel, The Masculine Legacy. And in this video, we're gonna be talking about that how the Bible in the book of Genesis, right? It talks about the practice of semen retention in metaphors, like how Genesis, the book of Genesis contains tons and tons of hint about this practice and how you can interpret that story and learn lessons for your seed retention practice and be a man of God, be a man on your spiritual journey, right? And enhance the level of your spiritual journey. So if you like the topic of this video, please make sure that you drop a like, share this video, comment down your views, subscribe to my channel and press that notification bell icon to receive the latest updates. So without any further delay, let's jump into the video. So I was reading this book by Julian Lee named Bliss of the Celibate, and in this book the writer has compiled the knowledge from different religions, from different philosophers from all around the world, and ancient yogis and all these knowledgeable people who have blessed this earth with their knowledge, and he has compiled the knowledge of all these peoples regarding semen retention, seed retention practice. And the book is very good, and I will recommend you that you should read this. I'm reading this currently. This is the book, and the name of the book is Bliss of the Celibate. So coming back to the point, in this book, in the chapter 1, the very first chapter, the writer talks about that how the story of Genesis in the Bible, how the story of Adam and Eve and this Garden of Eden, it really points in the direction of seed retention, semen retention practice. So by the way, if you don't know about the story of the Garden of Eden and Adam and Eve, let me just tell you in a brief. So according to the Bible, in the starting, when God created human beings, he created Adam as men and Eve as women. And what God did, that God gave Adam and Eve this big beautiful garden, which was known as the Garden of Eden, and God gave them all the blessings of universe. And God said them that you are equal to me. You are Adam and Eve were enjoying all these blessings of God of all the universe in the Garden of Eden. But God gave them a warning. God kept a condition that if you want that I will be happy from you all the times, and if you don't want me to frown up upon you, and if you don't want that I snatch away all these things from you, then you should do only one thing. He kept only one condition, that you should not eat the fruit, the forbidden fruit from the forbidden tree in the center of the garden. And guess what? The Adam and Eve tasted that fruit, and following it, Adam tasted that fruit, and God started snatching all the blessings from them. And immediately after eating the fruit, the garden started receding, and Adam and Eve lost their clothes. They become naked, and now God cursed them that now you will live a normal life full of miseries and duality. Sometimes you will be happy, sometimes you will be experiencing pain, experiencing sorrows, and you will be experiencing this duality of happiness and sadness. And to escape this duality, you have to die, which is the reality of human life. We all take birth, we all go through our life, the journey of our life. We face happiness, sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are in sorrow, sometimes life is full of shit, sometimes life is good, and at the end we have to die. So this was the story of Genesis. So now how does this story of Genesis points in the direction of seed retention practice, and what can we learn from this story? So according to Julian Lee, the writer of this book, he compiled the writings of different sages about semen retention, as I told you. So there was a ancient sage around in 1850s. I don't know exact year, but in the 19th century, I guess, there was a sage in India, and his name was Swami Paramhans Yogananda, right? He was a very renowned sage, and even today his books are bestsellers on Amazon. You can go and buy them if you want to read about this man. And he was clearly one of the most influential spiritual leaders of all the time. So this this man, this divine soul, Swami Paramhans Yogananda, he deconstructed this story of Genesis, and he told that this garden of Eden is nothing but the body of human beings. Like our body is the garden of Eden, and the tree was the spinal cord. It is the spine of human bodies, because you know what, the spine is right here in our body and it is surrounded by all the nerves, so it's like the trunk of the tree and branches coming out of it, right? So he said that the body is the garden of Eden, the spine is the tree, and our genitals, our sexual organs, are the forbidden tree, right? So according to him, the first law of and since, as I told you, that God has forbidden to eat tree from to eat fruit from the forbidden tree. So according to him, according to his deconstruction, his decoding of this Genesis story, God has uh, given us commandment, given us order, that you should not commit sexual sin. You should not be sexually immoral. You should not be breaking this very first law of universe, which is sexual morality, because uh, in this world, in this universe, nothing is above sexual morality. If we break this one rule, which is unfortunately is being breaked in like several times in today's times, like everywhere you see there is pornography, everywhere you see there is vulgarity, nudity, adultery, fornication. Men and women are forgetting the basics, and men are not acting like men, women are not acting like women. So like everything is messed up, and that's why every day you open the newspaper, you see the news, and there is some news about rape, or there is some news about divorce, and how the state is being controlled by government, and totalitarian government taking in, and socialism, communism spreading up, and all this sorrows around the world. So sexual immorality is the biggest sin you can commit in any religion on this earth. You talk about Hinduism, you talk about Islam, you talk about Christianity. Sexual morality is the number one rule, the number one discipline which God has commanded us, which God has given us order, right? So if you break this law, you will be frowned upon by the God. And this is what has happened with Adam and Eve, and this is what we are sadly doing us as modern human beings. So what this story tells about, as I told you, that our body is the garden, our spinal cord is the tree, and our genitals are the forbidden tree, and like you see, the forbidden fruit. So in a nutshell, what I want to say, that the more you are promiscuous, the more you are in adultery, the more you are in fornication, the more you are breaking this first law of sexual discipline, sexual morality, the more the garden of your life will keep receding, and the more God will be frowned upon you. And what do I mean by this garden of your life will be receding? I mean that all the positive things in your life, all the blessings which are showered upon you by the God, like you will you will not feel happy, you will not feel content in your life. You will be always frustrated, groggy, angry, and you will always be seeing negative things in this world. Like there is a void in your heart. You won't feel complete inside you, and this is this is what happens when God takes away all the blessings from your life. God takes away the essence of your life, the happiness of your life. And this is what I'm referring as, that your garden of life will keep receding if you break this law of sexual morality, and if you won't follow a life of purity, a life of divine purpose, a life of chastity, if you don't follow the practice of semen retention, seed retention, this blessing in your life will slowly be removed by God. The gifts given to you as a human being, the union, the unification of you and the divine soul, the divine creator, will become much more difficult by each passing day. Because you know what, in default mode, when we were born, we all were like We all were divine. Like you will never see a child getting horny. You will never ever see a child getting troubled by sexual thoughts, by lust, right? But adults will be always stressed. Adults will be always under the influence of this energy, this lust. You know why? Because when lust goes beyond your control, it hijacks your brain, and when it hijacks your brain, man, demonic spirits, evil thoughts, they start controlling your brain. And just like in the Bible, that snake in the story of Genesis, which provoked Eve to eat the fruit from the forbidden tree, Satan, the shaitan, evil, it will tempt you to do the sins. It will tempt you to commit the sins. It will tempt you to have sex outside your wedlock, before your marriage, lose your virginity as a woman, or like commit sins and date these multiple girls and sleep around with women and commit all these kind of sins in your life. Your mind, your own mind, is your enemy when it becomes a slave to your own carnal gratification, to your own physical gratification. It's your, you become a slave to lust, and then you are your own enemy, and then you commit sins, and then you basically, you are the reason why, like, why your happiness is being snatched away from your life. A lot of times people come to me that God does not listen to me. I pray to God, but still God is not listening me, still God is not showing any kind of positive signs in my life. And when I deep dive into their life, they are committing all these sins which I mentioned. They are breaking the first law of the nature, as I told. Like in today's time, you go and you will see that all these men and women, no matter of any religion, no matter in any country, like this whole dating phenomena, this whole having one night stands and all these kind of things, and watching pornography on internet, and jerking off, they all are considered normal. That all these degenerate things, which really breaks down the family units, the families, marriages, and our society, and which are the root cause why we are failing as a society. They all are being considered normal by society. Like if you go to your friend, or if you just talk about in your college group, or in your among your friend, it's very common to watch porn. It's very common to have a girlfriend and have getting physical with a woman, or getting physical with a before marriage, and having physical intimacy outside your wedlock. Like these things, open relationships where you can sleep away with n number of women, and your women can sleep with n number of men. And this is being made normal on purpose, because Satan, evilness, evil thoughts, lust is governing our society, unfortunately, brothers and sisters. And that's what is happening. And that's why society is facing a lots and lots of issues in today's time. And as we are breaking this first law of purity, as we are not leading a chaste life, as we are not indulging our mind in the thought of God, in the thought of divine creator. Like we all are busy in earning money, banging girls, doing hookups, and eating all kind of degraded shit, and consuming alcohol, consuming drugs, and all this kind of degeneracy. We are not living a pure and chaste life, and that's why we are suffering in our life. That's why this garden of happiness, this garden of Eden in our life is continuously receding. So this was the hidden message in the book of Genesis, in the book of Bible, which give you clear cut indications that as a man, especially if you are, even if you are a woman, you should lead a chaste life. You should not date men, you should not sleep around with guys, and you should leave, you should be feminine. You should not act like a man, which is being promoted by this feminism and all these kind of things. You should be a woman, you should be a proud woman, you should feel proud in your divine femininity. And as a man, if you are a man watching this video, then there is no there is no big achievement in there is you're not getting any kind of medals or any kind of trophies if you are sleeping around with n number of girls, if you're getting hundreds and hundreds of matches on Tinder, on your Tinder profile, and if you are getting these all these likes and all these DMs by girls on Instagrams. Man, it's not a big achievement. You are not doing some great thing. Stop feeling so proud about yourself if you are sleeping around with different women's. Like, it's you're not being a man. It's like, it's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. You're not even following the first law of chastity, like implemented by the creator of this universe, by God. You are not living a spiritual life, and if you are not living a spiritual life, you're leading a hollow life. Your life has no core philosophy. You have no morality. You have no moral conjunction. And when you live a life like that, your life is not worth it. And no matter how much money you earn, no matter how much happiness, how much women you bang, no matter how much successful you consider yourself, you will never ever feel complete inside yourself if you won't follow the law of purity, the law of charity. If you will keep eating forbidden fruit from the forbidden tree, guess what? Your life will be always a suffering, because God will snatch away all the blessings, all that internal happiness, that internal contentment, that peace of mind. God will snatch away everything, and you will soon feel so miserable in your life. So that's what was my message. And I don't want to discourage any one of you. I don't want to discourage anyone who is masturbating 4 times a day, or who is doing all these sins. I just wanted to tell you that if you want to improve your life, then you want to lead a pure life. Even if you have committed mistakes in your past, even if you are leading a life full of degeneracy till now, you have a chance. You have a chance, my brother. You should leave all these things and start living a chaste and holy life. Focus on God, focus on your mission, focus on your purpose, focus on your divine soul, focus on your inner calling. Read books, read Bible, read Quran, read Gita, read the words of ancient holy sages. Read books like this and improve your life, and stop following degeneracy of modern world, and get started on the path of seed retention. Change your life. Don't do it for some kind of superficial benefits. Do it for yourself, do it for your soul, do it for the love of God, and feel the differences in your life. That's what I wanted to say in this video, and that's it for this video, guys. If you like the video, then please like this video, share this video, comment down in the comment section, subscribe to my channel, and press that notification bell icon. And I will meet you in a new video with a fresh new topic. Till then, keep grinding, keep hustling. Love you all. Goodbye.